Today is January 1st, 2026, which means it is time for another entry in my Captain's Log video series. Happy New Year, my friends. It's good to see you guys, and it's definitely good to be back. I know it took a few months off the series towards the end of the year, and I apologize for that, but I think with the new year starting, now's a great time to start fresh, start with clean slate, and really get back into this series because I love making it and I love giving you guys a behind the scenes look at the growth of my content creation journey so far. Now, going into 2026, this is officially the second full year where I have made content and been a content creator and a streamer. Now, typically in this series, we talk about views for the previous months, anything we learned along the way. But for this one, since it's January 1st of a brand new year, I figured we'd talk about 2025 because it was an absolutely amazing year and I accomplished more than I thought was possible when I first set out making little videos. Now, we're going to go over views for the year. We're going to talk about accounts, where they're at as far as follower counts. And we're going to talk about lessons that I learned and kind of what my goals are for the remainder of, or not for the remainder, but for the entirety of 2026. Now, this is all going to be content creation. Obviously, we have some personal goals we hit along the way, like getting married to my best friend and losing 50 pounds. We're going to continue being married to my best friend and loving Emma every single day. And I'm going to keep the physical success going too. I want to lose some more weight and stay consistent in the gym, but that's beside the point. Let's talk content. Now, I'm going to talk about posts, views on the posts. I've got it all written down for me. So if I'm glancing over my notes, we're going to talk about TikTok and YouTube because Instagram for video views and TikTok Live only store data for the last 60 days. So I unfortunately can't see what we did in 2025 for those two sources. Now, for TikTok, all the videos that I posted in 2025, we did 1,800,000 views. Absolutely insane to me. On YouTube, and here's a big comparison I want to draw. On YouTube, from January 1st to December 31st, 2025, we did 2,054,984. So call it 2,055,000 views on YouTube, which is wild to me to see how much better the same exact videos performed on YouTube compared to TikTok, given the fact that TikTok is my primary platform and has the largest following of all of the social media platforms that I have for the Hardscopes channels. Now, like I said, TikTok Live, Instagram only store data for 60 days. I'm going to assume Instagram views are similar to TikTok because we did have that one video go viral and do I think it's like 1.3, 1.4 million views as of right now. And a few others do 100,000 or more on Instagram, which is wild because we've got 126 followers on that account. Now, today's follower counts, January 1st, 2026. We are starting the year off on TikTok with 21,200 followers. On YouTube, we have 717. And like I just mentioned, on Instagram, we have 126 followers. So definitely TikTok is the biggest platform, but I don't think it's where I want to give the most focus to this year. In a couple entries in the Captain's Log series, I talked about how much better YouTube performed than TikTok did, despite TikTok being the larger platform. So I really want to put more emphasis on YouTube this year. And we're going to talk about that because I want to talk about my strategy for 2026. But first, I want to talk about the lessons that I learned. Biggest thing that 2025 taught me with making content is hard work is not the only key to success as a creator, and that consistency and strategy are more important. Hitting go live is not enough. Hitting the go live button in your streaming software is not enough and doesn't do enough to grow you as a creator. And streaming just for the sake of streaming is almost wasted time. All of my streams that did the best performance-wise on both views and new followers and new members in the community are streams this year where I had almost an ulterior motive. We were recording a video, like the case opening streams. I turned those into videos. That was the primary reason, and the secondary reason was that we could live stream it and have a live interaction as well. But the goal of the stream was to record the video. And we're going to implement that a lot this year if all goes to plan, because my strategy for 2026 is to not just clip. Not clip farm. As fun and as easy as those videos are, one thing I've learned is that clipping and videos of clips of streams do incredibly well for big creators. One, because when you have a follower base of 10 million followers, anything you say is going to get a lot of views just because you have a lot of eyes on the content already. But two, it caters to an existing audience and it doesn't really do much to grow. And I see that reinforced in the fact that the videos are not what converted followers. The short form videos are not what converted followers. And in fact, a majority of the subscribers on YouTube actually came from the long form videos that I post. I posted 8 long form videos on YouTube, and a majority of the 700 subscribers came from those 8 videos, not from the hundreds of short form videos that we posted. Same with TikTok. Some of the best performing videos I have on TikTok are not even of clips. They're my little one-off ones, like the knife ranking we did with Emma. That one's one of the best ones as far as people hitting the follow button. So clips aren't enough to grow. If you have an established follower base, then they're great because those videos cater to that follower base. But as grateful and as mind-blowing as it is to have, 21,000, call it 22,000 across all 3 platforms, on the grand scale of content creators, I don't even exist on the map yet. I'm not even a blip on the radar. So we have a long ways to go. So we're going to be intentional with the streams this year, and we're going to be intentional in the content as well. I think my goal with short form this year is to use short form videos as a way to promote both streams and long form videos. I want to really get into posting long form videos on YouTube because those are intentional. Think about it like this. When you're scrolling through TikTok or YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels, you're seeing videos not by choice. You're seeing videos because they're hand-served to you, but they're easy to skip. When you click on a video on YouTube, you've intentionally made that decision to click on that video. Either you've searched for it or it's on your YouTube feed, but you as the viewer are choosing to watch it. And I think that's an important piece that I have been missing out on the content. And the other side of that too is I think the people that watch the long form are probably more likely to go follow on Twitch, go follow on another platform because they want to see more of the content, especially if a lot of the videos are recorded live. That's kind of this theory that I have working right now. And I really want to get into long form content production and using the streams not as streams, but as a way to interact with all of you guys in a live stream as the medium, but to make the content and put out the content. That's what a lot of big creators do. Like you look at Tim the Tatman, you look at Nick Merckx, all of their videos are recorded live, but their videos are feeding the live, if that makes sense. So that's the goal. I am super, super grateful for every single one of you that made 2025 a reality. All of the literal millions of views on the videos and the hundreds of thousands of views we got on the live stream. I mean, I posted on my TikTok story just a couple days ago. I surpassed 80% of all global TikTok live creators. So TikTok streams are a big thing for me still, but I want to figure out a way to keep them going while integrating the live recording of videos and really explore other avenues of content creation for the year. And all of that is possible because every single one of you that's watching this video, that watched any of the videos on the Hardscopes channels, and that tuned in to the streams, without any of you guys, none of this would be possible. And I'm eternally grateful for it. And I'm so excited to see what 2026 brings. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. This is a behind the scenes channel that I do not promote anywhere outside of my Discord. Oh, actually, before we go, I do have goals for 2026 that I would like to talk about with you guys. Let me pull it up here. Goals for 2026. I'll put it on the gaming screen so we can see it. For 2026, I want to get TikTok to 75,000 followers. We're at 21.2 today. By December 31st, 2026, I want to see that at 75,000. Twitch, I want to be at 25,000 followers. YouTube, I want to be at 50,000 subscribers. And I want to get our Discord up to 1,500 active members in the community. Now, this is going to be my wallpaper on my second monitor as a vision board. I've loved making vision boards in the past, and I find it easier to accomplish things when I put them on something like this and stare at it every day. So this is going to be my new background wallpaper on monitor too. Now the very bottom, we haven't talked about this a lot because I don't make content for the money. I do well for myself. I love my day job, and it pays all of our bills, you know. And for now, it's just Em and I, the two of us. But I do have to approach this as a business because it does cost me money. And for this to be sustainable long term, we do have to become self sufficient. The content needs to pay for the content. So that's what you see in green there: ad revenue and subs to pay for all production costs. I would like to get out of the this period where we're in, where I'm paying for all of it out of my own pocket from my day job, because that can put a strain on the budget, if that makes sense, because production is a lot more expensive than I think most people realize. So I'd love to get this self-sufficient in 2026. I want every single month to pay for the next month's production levels. So that's the last thing I wanted to cover for you guys. Again, smack that subscribe button, because the only place that I promote this channel and this video series is in the Discord. I don't talk about it anywhere else. Enjoy your January, and I will see you guys on February 1st for another entry in the Captain's Log series. Take care, my friends.